his team was actually behind, he would say, yeah, we got this, boys. We're in the advantage. I would like to see someone try and tell the Mousesports players that they are in the advantage right now. They can easily take this, because that would be next level propaganda if they would believe that.
I think that's just called lying at that point.
Yeah, propaganda technically is lying.
Here we go, Oscar. Opens up with one. Nope, look at how Adren's fallen. He's ready for Doja, but right now the man advantage is going to go the way of Mouse. In comes the peak. Oscar actually going to be in with a second. But, missed.
Almost got it.
Gambit, they've got 3 players left alive. That's no easy feat, but then down goes Rops inside a B, and that's the catalyst in this round. Bomb isn't even rotating in yet. Instead, we're just going to see the 2 players try to take control of Ivy. Could be a bit of an oversight. They have to go back for that bomb, but at the same time, they could get control of A as these rotates come in towards the B bomb site. 2 players here now for Mouse, and Hobbit's been so good at grabbing control of B. Tico's holding off connector. Oscar's clearing out all the angles, but it's Chris J who's gone aggressive that could make all the difference in this round. They have to pick up that bomb, and Chris J single-handedly could deny this entire play. Look at this, Oscar's walked right by Hobbit as well. It's madness inside of B. He hasn't spotted him, believes the site could well and truly be clear. Mo has to be wary. He knows that Hobbit could have let one slip by, but he's not ready. That's the bomb dropped, and with so little time, Hobbit left in a 1v4. And into the 1v3, 15 seconds. Not too optimistic for him here as Chris J and Oscar both wait on that bomb. So he will be falling, and there we go. The 60-0 dream has gone.
Isn't it ironic that we talk about how it's very hard for...
I anticipated the push through from Doja, because why would you? He now turns his attention back away. Gonna peek into it. His spidey senses tingling, and Oscar picks that frag up. Doja goes down. Now the push from Chris J. Could be massive. Sunny able to take one down in Pop Dog. Finds the first, goes in for more. Boom. Down goes the second. Mo's fallen as well. Hobbit left in a 1v4. Stick out. Push around. That shot from Oscar gets his attention. He's going to push through the smoke. Shot in the back. Stick up, slips that knife in. And Mousesports, they're going to go 2-11. It's not the ideal half just yet, but we're starting to see some confidence back for the Mousesports boys.
It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. So 2-11 right now. Have the money for the double up setup. Oscar with the deagle now. So Oscar is going to be on lone Ivy. The rest of the team going for that B play. Stoshi and Adren to greet them.
No. Oscar opens up. USP on the back of Doja, doesn't find anything, and now you're going to have to look to Adren to try and make a difference. Be that linchpin, but he will falter, and in the blink of an eye, it's all eyes on Fitch.
This is not a bad 1v4 in that sense that low HP on 2 other players. Sonny on 44 as well, and Rob's on 60. So if he takes out Rob's here, it could be doable. Let's see, Fitch. 85 and no kit. So he has to push in now. There's no time to wait. Takes another one, but that's the end of it. Robs with 7 HP and Chris J with 30 will be allowed to survive. Mousesports picking up the pistol. And they have yet another life here. Yet another chance to come back into the game. But it's going to be a hard one. It would be insane to see them come back into the game now and take a win here. Gambit on the other side of things. Mo actually investing in a C-75, buying down to $1,000.
I mean, the one way that you can look at this, right, is that on the T side, at least, you can rely more on the individual kind of entries of your team and just go with, like, you know, a nice default setup, try and line up some smokes and flashes, something flashy to allow players like Oscar and Rops, and including Sunny, to open up out towards A, walks into the firing line, and now, oh, already have lost a man. Holding it close. Here's going to be Fitch. Behind E-Box, eats that nade, and then Chris J finishes him off. They're able to get one, working his way into the back line. Look at this, it's Mo. Oh. Oh, there you go, dead. Chris J does manage to find him. Chris J is continuing this reign of terror, taps away. Good night to Hobbit, and Adren will follow. Mousesports, they're in with a 5th. You know, they are going to be able to pull it back to a 6-12 scoreline, unless we see Gambit go for the buy now, which...
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. The reason they saved in the last round is because they
want... Could be a crazy new strat.
Yeah, they want full utility on the first buy round. And maybe, or possibly, they want to put an AWP in the hands of Mo. That's why Fitch is on 4K. But I actually like the choice of going almost bare bones pistol in the two first ones, because if you lose the pistol as CT, so a lot of teams do force the secondary pistol and then maybe do 5-7 armor and see what they can do, but I like having full utility on that first CT round. You can do so much more with Sticko's just tapping away right now. There's nothing they can do in this round, but as round number 18 comes to a halt, then we move on to round number 19. This is where Gambit comes in. All bought by Fitch, thrown over to Mo, and utility being purchased. Actually double up setup, so that's the kind of idea there. Not just utility, they want the double up setup. And that could be one of the first nails in the coffins here, if Gambit grabs this round and they're able to take 2 AWPs out of it as well and into the next one. Oscar's still on the scout, so he's not really going to be able to challenge Mo. Mousesports split out into their default, making sure that no CTs can push and get too much going. Hobbit is tried to push Ivy, but was a bit afraid of any tease, and that's correct. Fitch holding down the pop dog. As Mousesports are yet to move into CT areas of the map. We're about to see a pop dog play here. Flashbangs and smokes towards the A bomb site. Split A coming in, maybe. Let's have a look.
Oh, dear, get out of there, guys, run! Mousesports, their whole offensive has been torn limb from limb. Rop's gonna go ahead and burn in the flames. That was not the start thereafter. Sticko tagged away. The rest of the guys from Mousesports trying to push out towards A. It's utter confusion as they start to push on in. There is a man over in Old Hell. It's going to be a Dren holding the close angle. Hasn't been spotted just yet, and Oscar's quick on the trigger. Does find him, but Hobbit tries to turn the tide of battle. Sonny works against him though, 2-on-2. The rotate only just starting to peel on round from Doja. And actually, Sonny's posted up brilliantly to shut this down. And if he falls, which he will, Mo now 1v2, AWP in hand. Probably not even going to bother going for this one.
Yeah, let's see here. He does have the kit though, so plenty of time. But unless he goes into A main and gets that opening peak as quick as possible, there's going to be no chance. He's realizing that now, deciding to save his AWP. And kit and armor, bring that into the next round. So they're probably going to play either force around it or just Catalyst AWP on either of the bomb sites.
9-13 scoreline if they win this next round, and then the round where Gambit have a broken economy. So it's going to be a fast round already. Fitch hits the deck, Sonny opens up. And now the MP9 over here on a drain, going to be playing things a little bit more aggressive than the rest of his team. MP9 devastating at close range as these guys are about to find out, but no! Oscar's even more dangerous. Up on top of the drain, darting around. Is going to be Hobby. He has himself that CZ in hand, does spot out one. And Oscar able to pick that up. Now you're going to be looking at Doja, holding close over here towards Pop. Actually, Sonny's been allowed to wall some by. Sticko flicks onto him, but Doja does manage to find it. Rops gets the trade. And it's all eyes on Mo once again. 1v4. Just going to look to try and save the AWP. If he can, a couple of frags could come his way, and then we might see him go for this. Finds that first. The trade isn't going to be there immediately from Chris J. Timing doesn't allow that frag to be picked up, so actually, Mo's allowed to retreat into the relative safety of CT spawn. Rops is on the hunt. Going to be coming his way.
11-16, but luckily for the team, Sticko has bounced back. He's now on 5 frags. Sonny has been so good. Almost stunning, one would say. Coming in and making entries, making stuff happen towards this A bomb site. Gets 3 before being taken out. Hobbit and Fitch all alone in this full eco from Gambit. So Mousesports will be allowed on 9 as well, as you mentioned before. Being allowed on this 9-13 scoreline before buy can come in from Gambit once again. Fitch actually picks up an AK-47, so he's probably going to save that. While Hobbit on the hunt for exit frags.
Who knows, maybe it's Mousesports breaking the curse of choking in these games, and now Gambit, they're the ones to inherit it next. As let's not forget, this was 10-0 at one point in time in favor of Gambit. It was a, what, 12-3 half. A 10-0 scoreline at one point when Gambit are on their T side. And now, since switching onto the CT side, Mousesports have had a resurgence. 9-13, 4 rounds separating these two teams. And when I said that I thought Mousesports were going to struggle on the CT side, that they might have more success on their T side, I didn't think it would be this clean cut. It is night and day right now.
Yes, definitely. That's just how it is. That's how Mousesports are right now. Early days in their period with this new team, but we can see the potential to a situation where they look like they want to as a team. So far, the T side's on point. It's the CTs. They are struggling with them right now. Setting up towards B push. 2 CT players are there. It's going to be up to a Dren and Doja to stop the incoming terrorist whenever the push comes.
Going to be coming on in. Flashes rain through. First man in the sight is Doja. Does find the first. The Dren tries to chime in with one, which he will be afforded. Now falls back. Waits for the rest of his team to rotate on in. The bomb plant going to come through for Mouse here. And Rops is tapping away. Turns it into the 3-on-3. The smoke is down, and now he's allowed to retreat into the safety of Halls, holding it close on the site. That's going to be Sticko and Oscar, and Oscar's able to find that first frag out on a Hobbit. Now just the Dren and Fitch. All that remains, the Dren going to fall. Fitch left in a 1v3, does find one, but Oscar finishes. And Risk, I saw a couple of people saying, people were making audacious quotes saying, you know, if Mousesports come back from this, I'd
see how it plays out.
This is pivotal here for Gambit. Already out through Ivy, it's Chris J in with 2. Good night to Hobbit and a Dren. Mo does manage to get the trade. Now he's got to really try and carry his team through this one. Throw a spanner in the works. Now he won't get it done. Sunny finds the head. Doja does manage to take one. So we head into the 2-on-3. Plan hasn't come in just yet, and Doja looks to try and catch them off guard with the aggression. Rops is within the boundaries of the site, trying to get that bomb down. We Molotoved off, takes the peek in. Oscar misses the shot. Doja tries to turn things around, but Sunny and Rops, the 2 star players, form
multiple. And here we go once again. Sunny getting the entry out the Fitch, making things work. And a little bit of a boost employed. Rops will get another one. Oscar with another frag, and Doja goes down as well. And Dren, last man standing. This could be the perfect round coming in, but Dren says no. He's not going to get anything more done as we go back into the game. 13-13, Harry. Mousesports are about to do this.
Yeah, that round was just too violent to even show on the stream. That was a slaughter from Mouse. The pause, it's called in. Gambit, they're the ones to take it to tap.
Yeah, he just runs in and kills people every single time. The same smoke almost every single round, unless he goes into Pop Dog and gets smoked out by his teammates. Then he goes into A main, he peeks out, he gets a kill.
Chance for it to pad some stats here. The Dren can open up with 1, but now the rest of the gang for Mousesports start to hold up. They've lost a man early, that was Rops. He has been fairly essential in some of these. Hobbit's rotated in towards Pop Dog. Fitch is holding aggressively.
They actually adjusted outside. They're not really peeking as aggressively anymore. Gambit, they know that Sunny can come out at any point and just take the heads off. So they're playing and using the trains as cover. Playing close to the walls, but he doesn't care. Hobbit edges out, tries to go for information, gets shut down by Sunny, and now trying to block Fitch out with the Molotov. It was a bit too much to the left, but very hard to throw from this angle. Still 4v3 only pistols for Gambit. This is a hard one. Mousesports could bring themselves on 14 right now.
Remaining 3 players for Gambit all out here on A. Now they're all down in the grave. Doja does manage to get 1. But Oscar finishes things off. Mousesports, they take the... See, how are they going to conduct themselves in this one as they make their way over here to B? They go rushing on through. One man's there to try and greet them, but he's going to fall. It's a Dren, the first man down. Now the rest of Mouse, quick to capitalize, go charging in towards B. The players rotating in through connector. It's going to be Fitch and Doja. Make that just Doja left, Fitch left standing. Does manage to get one on Oscar. The rest of the guys from Mouse take the aggression. Rops is quick. Stiko finishes things up, and now it is just Mo left. 1v3. Doesn't suspect Sunny in the backline, because why would you? And Mousesports, they're at match.
Double up setup on T side. I know it's train and AWP heavy, but double up setup on T side in the last round of regular time. Oscar and Chris J have to step it up. Chris J already taken out to 4 HP. Sonny is probably the one I'm looking at right now. He has been the star player for Mousesports in this map. Rops was in the last one. Now he needs to finalize it. End this game. If not, Gambit, it's going to take us to OT.
Edge is pushed up. The peak about to come on in. Sunny nearly catches that one. Molotov forces him forward. Fitch has been spotted, but he wins the duel, and that could be the pivotal moment here for Gambit. They've managed to take the first. The rest of the guys are now positioned over here towards B, with the exception of Chris J, who's tagged incredibly low. He's trying to come in from behind. The rest of the team have to win these duels. Sticko opens up, but within the sight, it's Doja. He's going to miss the initial peak. Rops round from behind. Damage being done. Chris J and Rops between them lock things down. It's all on Fitch. 1v4. Does find the first. Still has more left to find. Chris J's isolated from this, and Oscar will find the frag. That's going to be Mousesports 16-14. They win this out 2-0. That was a sensational series. Look at it. They have to be happy with that one. They managed to pull it back. Just one more time to reiterate. By the way, nice pink shorts. 10-0 down at one point.